Welcome to E&E Speed and Classic Auto. It's time to put the standard steering box in the Corvette. We had, this was a power steering. Power steering is 12-to-1. It's just got the little piston that assists, really. It's like a power assist. It's 12-to-1 ratio. This non-power unit is going to be 16-to-1, so it'll be a little bit easier because trying to turn this Corvette with the 12-to-1 and no power was trying to turn a Mack truck without power steering. So hopefully this is going to fix my problem. This is the old rag joint, not good. So we went ahead and purchased a new rag joint, and we're going to put her on here. Problem I'm running into is centering the steering wheel. When I took this old rag joint off, the original steering box has a flat on it, and this box, it has the same flat, but they're in a different spot. So 12-point screw on it. I'm going to go ahead and loosen her up. Alright, so that loosens her up nice and easy. Going to line up my flats. I'm going to go ahead and put her on there. I may have to get an official rubber putter on her. It's pretty late today. Getting a late start. I bush hogged my field before I started over here, and I delivered an engine over to the machine shop. And in true fashion for my luck, I get to the machine shop and he has two blocks, not one, but two, just like the one I brought there to be machined, and I can buy both of those blocks cheaper than machining mine. So I did that, but now I spent money on a block to have it machined, and I don't need that block anymore, so it's a waste of money. So anybody that needs a 400 Chevrolet, let me know. Because I just bought two more, so now I have three, but one I'm going to keep. So anyhow, we're going to get a rubber mallet and give this a little tap-to-tap. Now we're going to be very gentle because she has this lovely little doodah here, and I think they put that there just so you can oh, she's a-going, she's a-going. I don't know if y'all are seeing that, but this high-quality hammer is bending. I'm thinking it must have been a cheapy one. But this is not wanting to go on really simple, easy. So we're just going to keep on tapping at it. And because this mallet's also probably several hundred years old. She's not wanting to go on here. She's going on to a certain distance and then stopping. So let's see if we can see what the problem is. Oh, duh. Forgive me for being stupid. Okay, just for the record, that was me being stupid. The nut goes across the top here, hooks into this little notch in the steering box, and I left it in there and just tried to push past it. Needless to say, didn't work out very well. Now it'll probably slide on like yeehaw. So make sure we're on the flats. There you go. Now she should go on. Nice. Ah, there we go. It's a beautiful thing. Now we're just going to line her up. Just goes to show you, folks, no matter how long you've been doing this, you still make stupid mistakes. So I think we're lined up. Get this nut back in there. Now the other thing that I didn't notice is, that I didn't know but I found out when I was buying parts, is we live, well I live, not too terribly far from Volunteer Vet, which is a manufacturer of a lot of the parts you will buy. They treat me really well over there. Talk to Brian, great guy. They got one grumpy guy over there too, I forget his name. But if you get a grumpy guy, just ask for Brian. Brian's good. So anyway, oh geez, there's a mark on here, and they said to make sure that that mark stays lined up. Let me see if I can find it. It's somewhere on here. Oh, I think it might be up here. Yep. Okay. They said to make sure this mark, see it? This mark stays lined up when you install it in the car, and that way your steering wheel will be straight and everything needs to be straight. So we'll double check that once it's in the car, because we are going to be slipping the this thing over it, and so we'll have to make the mark on this as well. We'll get a paint marker. In fact, I know this is crazy, but I've got one in my pocket, and actually I've got another one sitting right here. Sorry about the mess, folks. This is true thrashing. I only have so much time, and this thing looks like it's leaking. That does not make me happy. I am not happy if this thing's leaking, because it's brand new. We could never have a brand new part leak, right? Tell me right. Because if it leaks, I will be madder than a wet hen. And I don't know if you've ever seen a wet hen, but they're not happy. So anyway, let's see. Let's make sure we torquelate this. I think they said it takes 41 foot-pounds of torque. I'm going to say that's about 41. Alright, now, got that on there. That wasn't too bad. Now we're going to look at this, and maybe this was what had multiple empty splines on it. Ah, this is what it was. See, I knew I wasn't crazy. It's got this mark, but it also has another one there, and another one there, and another one there, and another one there. So which one, because we have one there, and one there, and one, I don't know if you all can see that, but got one there, and one there. So this has got just as many. Now I'm going to guess that they're offset. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the original, and we're going to set her up just like this one. And 1, 2, okay, that's locked out right there. Alright, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So 4 complete turns. I'm going to make a paint mark here so that we kind of know what's going on here. Back up. Oh, okay. So we're going to put a paint mark right here. Alright. So if we're 4 complete turns, you do the math. 4 complete turns, what's in the middle? So we go 1 complete turn, 2 complete turns, that would be 3 complete turns, that would be 4 complete turns, and that would be bottomed out. So if we go 1, 2, that puts me dead in the center. So that's where she needs to be. We figured it out. Alright, so we're going to put these back like this. I did kind of want to put a little paint on this girl before I put her in. So we may just go ahead and do that. We'll do a little Get her sprayed up, looking good. We'll have to put some cleaner on there, get her ready for paint, but we'll go ahead and get this on here before we mess with it. Alright. I don't know if you can see the difference in these two. It's very, very minor, but it is a little bit different. And this has got the... Dadgummit. So this is going to be... Now, they got a mark here, but that doesn't line up with that, not according to this. So, according to that, if I'm going to put this in the same spot, that's about right there, I think. That's going to put my mark right here. Alright. That should be in the middle of my box. Assuming that these guys were trustworthy. Before I press her on there all the way, I'm going to leave her in there loose. I'm going to use mineral spirits to clean her off. The reason I use mineral spirits is because it mixes pretty well with just about any other kind of paint, lacquers or enamels, or just about any other kind of paint, clear coat, base coat. Mineral spirits will mix, won't cause a problem if it mixes a little bit. So let me go ahead, and I got to wash my hands because we can't touch. Once we touch it, it's going to make it so it won't be good again. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands real quick. We'll clean this up. My wife left a pair of socks back here. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use the sock to clean up with. Take a little bit of mineral spirits on the rag. I'm going to wash her up. Whoa, a little splashy. Keeps your hands nice and clean too. So we don't want to wash. Oh, here's the problem. Make sure we don't move that because we need that mark for sure. Problems. Same with that. If we paint this, we're going to mess up our mark. I can't win for losing, can I? So what we're going to do to make sure that stays happy-go-lucky, is we're going to go ahead and have to put this on here loosely. That way we can remark it later. This is just for the purpose of painting. We'll take it back off to install. We'll see how the time goes today. If we have time, we'll screwdriver. There we go. Now she's defying gravity. See how she does. Oh, not too bad. We're definitely going to run out of paint before we're done. Or before then. A little bit. Alright, we found some 35-year-old roll bar and chassis paint. It's probably $900 a can. High temperature. Can anybody tell me why roll bar and chassis paint needs to be high temperature? Anybody else get it? I don't get it. 250 degrees. If it gets that hot on my chassis or my roll bar where I'm sitting. That's not good. So I don't get it. Maybe you get it. I don't get it. But here we go. These are carriage bolts. You know what's funny is I was just having this discussion with my boss at my other job, and I'm like, they don't use carriage bolts on cars. I'm wrong. This is a carriage bolt. And there's one more hiding in there. There it is. This one, booger to get at too. You can't hardly get your hand in there. Push you through. Can't see where it goes through at. Doesn't have a lot of play. Come on, baby. Push one of the other ones out. There we go. All right. She's lovely, it is. So we'll put this one on here, and this one here. And we're a little misaligned here, but I've got the steering wheel slightly turned. I should have 3 washers. Why do I only have 2? We are almost done, folks. This bottom, there's my little pink line. Let's put her on the front suspension. I'm gonna have to make some moves here. Look at that. She went right on. Here we go. So that's centered. Steering wheel is pretty close to centered. That would be centered for the steering wheel right there. So we are pretty darn close to center. So we're just going to have to go ahead and sock everything up now. You know, fabricating, I think is more fun. Because you kind of make stuff happen. Let's just put things back, but things were a little bit off. So we had to kind of un-off them. If that makes any sense. Un-off them. But I'm going to go ahead and take this one off and put that lock washer back in there. So that this one has a lock washer, and then we're going to have to button everything up. So we're full of oil. We got our oil filter back in. We got our little inspection cover off on there. That's nice and pretty. And we got our steering box back in. So the next episode, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to start putting the pedals in, since this is a 4-speed conversion, and also a steering box conversion, because we went from power steering that leaked all the time to non-power steering, which has nothing to leak. If it does still leak, I'll be like, what? But anyway, so we should be happy, joy. And then we're going to go ahead, once we get the 4-speed pedals in and the 4-speed set up and working, and we're going to go ahead and set the valve lash and go for a ride. So we still got a couple of weekends probably before we do that. The pedals will probably we'll probably get them done next weekend. I'll probably need to climb back up there and lock my steering now. We're good on this, so I don't have to worry about it. Let me see if I can find that castle nut and put that on there. Here it is. There it is. One castle nut coming up. I don't have a come on, baby. There we go. I don't have the. I don't think I have the car. I hope I didn't make the wrong decision turning that steering wheel upside down to make her line up, because we're still lined up, and the steering wheel is still pretty close to centered up there, so I guess we're okay. Now we gotta tighten this up, this castle nut. Let's see what size she is. I'd say she's about that size. Stare, not polite. Just kidding. Well, I'm pretty happy about this swap. I've always hated the leaky power steering, and then when I was running without the power steering, but I still had that power steering box, I couldn't turn these wheels. I mean, it was like you had to work out just to turn the tires on this. So it's kind of nice to a little sloppy. It's an inch and a 16th. There we go. I don't think that's coming off. That's weird. Okay. Well, anyway. Alright, I do believe, well, I could be mistaken, well, that's all I would say, we're done. Don't get too excited, but I think that is the end of our project for today.